It's been a couple months since the trade. Just what's the acclimation process been like for you and your family, coming to New Orleans and all that?
I mean, it's been great. When you live your life, thankful and grateful for, the blessings you have. Everything, else is easy. So it's been smooth for me and my family.
And I think you put on social when the Josh Hart stuff happened, like, hey, I'm excited to be here. Just, I know it's really early, but why are you feeling like this is a place, like, you think you can be comfortable and all that?
I mean, I get paid to play basketball, something I love doing. And, obviously it became a workplace for me. And then other than that, it's a beautiful city, great people, loving, caring people, a lot of great food around here. So, we're excited. We're excited just to be here and build.
And when you went from San Antonio to Atlanta, I'm sure there was an understanding that your role was going to look different. And I'm guessing that's the same mindset coming into this situation. I guess, where do you expect your game to change or look different now that you're adjusting to this new roster?
I mean, I fit in anywhere. I love the game. I study the game. Obviously, new situation, different opportunities. Excited just to come in and work every day, learn and win basketball games. I'm not the coach. So, that's Willie's job to figure out all that type of stuff. But, on the floor, I'm excited to defend at a high level. And then, my job as a point guard, it's a dream to have this talent around you. So I'm excited to make all these guys' life and jobs easier.
And getting to spend time in Cali with the guys and have most of the group together, I guess what was your kind of takeaway, just getting to see everybody in the same room at the same time and kind of just envisioning what it could look like?
I mean, it was great. Obviously you don't take, big steps. It's a journey, a long journey. And, through the ups and downs, the good and bad, you just take your time with everything. So, really it was just great to be around the guys. Obviously, I'm a new guy on the block. So, I was just excited to be around everybody, already been in communication with everybody. So, it was great just to be around, for a few days.
You mentioned how smooth your transition has been to the city. What's been maybe the most fun part of your adjustment so far, whether it's been reaction to people on social media or people that you've run into in person in New Orleans? I've heard players in the past have said that one of the funny things about New Orleans is that there's like thousands of coaches here, like people that are going to give coaching advice and stuff like that, or advice to players. So what's been the most fun part about it so far?
I mean, the fun part just, being here. Like I said, I'm thankful and grateful, for my blessings. Each and every day I'm blessed to wake up. I give thanks to God. So, like I said, I'm thankful and grateful to be here. I'm still trying to figure out and learn everything, taking a day at a time. But me and my family's thankful and grateful. One thing I can say, though, is the potholes, man, everywhere. It reminds me of my neighborhood. I feel like I'm in the back streets of my neighborhood everywhere I go. So that's one thing I do not like.
Just when you look upon your career, you started off in San Antonio. Your first few playoff runs, your role was being more of a complimentary player, and then now you've gone on and developed into even being the guy in some of the playoff runs you've had in the recent past. Just what can you tell us about your journey to get to where you are now, and then now how can that translate? Just having the experience to be one of the guys, but also now having the experience to be the guy. How does that translate to this team and all the talent it has?
I mean, for me, my journey came off of just, belief, confidence, working hard, and like I said, being a sponge to learning. So, each and every year I keep that same approach, and, I just try to keep a mentality when I'm working and studying and stuff that, I haven't done nothing, no matter what it is on and off the floor, I'm trying to make it. That's a mentality that sticks with me and allows me to stay level-headed and continue to work and be a sponge. So I'm going to continue to work and learn, and the journey is far from over. This is just another chapter, and a chapter I'm excited to, see how it, comes out. So, that's really how much I could put it.
Sean, CJ said that y'all two share a birthday, so I'm wondering how things may have changed from just a text message to maybe a little bit more gift exchange celebration, but also what do you look forward to playing with him in the backcourt this year?
I mean, that's my guy. A lot of people don't know this, but, when I got hurt back in 2017, 2018, CJ reached out. We didn't have conversation like that. It was just a respect from afar, and also, like a guy like me, I respect the guys that paid the way that's done this before me. So when I used to see him in Portland, it was always love and smiles. So, when I got hurt, he sent me over 10 to 15 books to read. And it just spoke, high volume of his character, who he is as a person. And, on the basketball side, he's a dude that could shoot the ball. He could score the ball. He got size. And, like I said, I'm here. I'm excited to just make his job easier, A couple of days ago, he was asking me, he want to ask me where I like the ball and all these different things. And I'm like, bro, I'm the guy that's here to get you the ball. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm excited. It's a point guard's dream just to have this much talent around, and I'm just excited to, help all them guys.
What book stood out the most that he gave you?
Say that again?
Which book stood out the most?
I didn't get to read all of them. It was a lot of them, It was the thought, the thought that meant everything, A guy that never met me and just seen me here and there and just sent me books. So, I was thankful for that.
When you look at your role as a point guard, you talk about making things easier, and Griff talked about you being an alpha-type personality and the leadership that you bring to the locker room. Also, do you feel like it's your responsibility to push guys beyond their comfort zone because there are going to be roles that maybe players have not had to embrace before? How important is it going to be that extension of Willie in holding people accountable on and off the court as the point guard?
I mean, for me, just a natural-born leader, not talking basketball at life. I have responsibilities at 11 years old, 12 years old. So that allowed me to, be the leader I am today, and it just translates over to basketball, which, is my job and what I love to do. And, so that's the easy part. That's just natural. Who I wake up, I believe in who I am. I'm confident in who I am. And, when it comes to the basketball side, I feel like if we play in the right way, everybody should have some success. It's that simple. I know it's easier said than done, but if you play the right way, defend at a high level, guys will be happy as long as we're winning.
Because what I'm saying is, how unafraid are you to be, for lack of a better word, the a-hole? I mean, like when that becomes that.
Afraid ain't even in my vocabulary. I walk out with my chest out, my head high, no matter what it is, good, bad days. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm here to help these guys, but also they're here to help me too. It's a collective thing. I don't think it's just an individual. And, for myself, I think it's just going to stand out, because I'm a natural-born leader. I don't bite my tongue, and I'm not going to tell guys to do something that I'm not living or standing by. So, like I said, I'm just excited.
Dejounte, there's been a lot of talk just this offseason about fit with you and Brandon Ingram, and I know that's going to take some time to kind of figure that out in preseason camp and in the preseason and the regular season. But for you, what makes you feel confident enough that marriage, I guess, can work with you and B.I. sharing the floor at the same time?
I mean, he's 6'10" and could do everything. So for me, just being a point guard, watching him, we go way back. Me and him the same high school class. We've been, close since then all the way to now. So, with a guy like that, I feel like with his size, you just put him in spots and, let him work. But also knowing, putting him at the elbow, the top of the key, the blocks, his size and, just how well he shoots it in that area, and knowing he's a willing passer, the guy at that size that could pass the ball. So just making his job easier makes our job easier. He's going to force a lot of doubles, so it allows us to get open shots or, from good to great shots. And, at the end of the day, if you work hard, you study the game and you just a sponge, and you love the game and you're willing to sacrifice to win, it's going to show, the guys that's sacrificing to win, the guys that's not. It's just how the game goes, not even just for us, for every team, but specifically for the Pelicans. We just got to buy in and, sacrifice and, have the same goal, and that's the win.
Similar thought. You talked about your relationship with B.I. You and CJ have the same birthday. You go back, and even Zion's building a relationship with you. Kind of how important to have chemistry with some of those guys, some of the main guys here off the court, before you kind of build that repertoire with them on the court?
I mean, it ain't even just about the main guys. It's everybody. You're going to need, from the top to the bottom, you're going to need everybody each and every night. Starting the practices, the locker room, the buses, the plane, just building that chemistry and that love for one another and getting the understanding of who we are and where we come from. And that translates to basketball. When you find out a person and see who he is and what he stands on, the moral principles he value, I think it just makes it easier and wants you to play with him more and more on the floor. So, it starts with off the floor, all the relationships. I ain't just singled out and try to build relationships with this guy or that guy. I've been trying to, learn and build relationships with everybody, because we're going to need everybody to do what we want to do here.
You talked about your responsibilities as a 11, 12-year-old. Can you expand on that a little bit more, and also how that helped form you into the man you are today?
I'm real private about my story. When the time's right, it'll come out, whenever that time is, whenever that's right. But yeah, I have responsibilities. 11-year-old. I got a 7-year-old, and how I could put it is, my 11-year-old won't have the same responsibilities I had. That's how much I could sum that up. But I'm thankful and grateful. I don't regret nothing. I'm happy where I'm at. It molded me and made me to the man I am today. And that's pretty much what I could say on that.
And then one other thing you talked about, when we're playing right, you'll be good with that. What do you consider playing right?
Playing right's one of the best for your teammate next to you. A lot of guys may complain, and I'm not saying just here, anywhere. In basketball, you hear a lot of guys complain about touches and needing the ball and all these different things. And I just feel like if we're playing the right way, and I want the best for this guy, and that guy want the best for that guy, nobody will complain, because when you play right, that means the basketball is going to move. So it could be your night, his night, my night, and that's what the winning teams all have. Those are the traits they have. Playing together and defending at a high level and wanting success for their teammate. And if we had that mindset, which a lot of guys, everybody here works hard. I'm pretty sure dudes study the game, love the game. That's why they're here in the NBA. So. We do all those things and just stay together, because it's going to be highs, it's going to be lows. But I feel like you stay in between and never get too high and never get too low. We can have some success.
I know it's early, and you're going to spend a whole lot of time with these guys, but have there been any standouts for you just working out with them, or in some of these scrimmages, some of these informal workouts, just getting to see some of these new teammates up close and personal? Has anyone stood out to you really early in their game?
Everybody been here working, in the weight room, on the basketball court, handling their business. The guy I want to see, do more is Herb. I told Herb, I've been on Herb. I don't want to see him just defending. I want to see Herb like in transition. If he see just one guy, he's so athletic and he can go finish and he'll dunk on you. So, guys like that, just staying on him, telling him we need you to be, a complete two-way player.
And throughout your career, you've shown, you got a lot of versatility. You can do a lot of things on the floor. Do you think being on the team with, guys like B.I., Z, who can score consistently every night, that'll allow you to kind of show those other parts of your game? Do you think that can be you at your best when you don't walk in feeling like I got to score 22 tonight just to give our team a chance?
Man, that's what I'm most excited for. Like I said, as a point guard, I'm excited to make all these guys' jobs easier, but also, keeping that chip on my shoulder, knowing who I am. But at the end of the day, man, I'm just excited to get going with the guys.
Yo.